Shalom, everyone. It looks like there was some good news this week that there should be a normalization of ties between Israel and Sudan. It looks like it's coming about. Hasn't been finalized yet, but this will continue the historic Abraham Accords, which took place, was signed on the 15th of September 2020. Thanks to at the time, the President Trump's initiative and his work within regards to normalizing ties between Israel and Bahrain and also the United Arab Emirates. And it actually reminds me, we see inside the Torah, inside the book of Bereshit, Genesis, naturally in Parshat Vayera, we actually see that there was a pasuk that relates over another Abrahamic relationship, a treaty that took place, where it said the pasuk, the verse, said in chapter 21 of Genesis that Abimelech and Fichol, the capital of his host, spoke to Abraham. Hence, they were acknowledging the greatness of Abraham's success, which was related over inside the Torah. And it would state also that in a later pasuk within that chapter, and together they made a brit. Naturally, a brit is translated as a covenant. And here we see 3,000 years later, over the last 2 years, these normalizations and new relationship between Israel, Bahrain, and also the United Arab Emirates. Also, we see with Sudan, which looks fruitful and looks like hopefully it is going to be signed also, we hope, Bezrat Hashem. And we see this is a beauty about Israel. We're living in such an amazing country. And it's been now 75 years that all that Israel has wanted to do, and we've prayed for and davened for, as they say, is for friendship and peace with all of our neighbors, all the surrounding countries that are surrounding us over here. And to share the different visions that we've got, the same visions of peace, of prosperity, of wealth, of safety, which is going to benefit our future nations. We're looking at our future nations that we want to embrace each other. We want to help each other out and be a light onto the whole nations Israel wants to be. Just like the current British Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, actually said that he actually stated at one stage that Israel is a shining beacon of hope. And over here, this very much is all these normalizations of relations with all these different Arab countries is definitely a showing of how Israel can be a light upon the nations. And we share our values, and just shows that all that we want, peace and prosperity and all the different great things inside this world. And we actually see inside the Nevi'im, inside the book of Isaiah, we actually see a pasuk that actually the UN and the United Nations very much use as its vertebrae, its backbone, where it says, nations hammering their swords into plowshares and their spears into sickles. Nations shouldn't lift swords against each other and not know any war. And that's very much what Israel the whole time haven't wanted any war to come, any bad wars coming about against them. They just want the best of all the nations. That's ideal. That's a vision of Israel. And very much it's something that is coming into fruition also with these accords, the Abraham Accords, that is taking place. And Bezrat Hashem, hopefully, with the help of God, we're going to see a lot more normalizations of relations with our neighbors. We're going to see a prosperous Israel. We're going to see a booming Israel with so much bracha and blessing that is going to come about. And where so much mitzvot is going to take place. And we're going to see the Torah being kept so much. Just like this pasuk in the second chapter of Isaiah was related over. In verse number 4, we're going to see this fruition, and the Moshiach is going to come soon. Bezrat Hashem. Hashem Yitbarach. We see that at the Torah we can do the mitzvot, the chesed, all the great things we're doing in Am Yisrael. It's not just going to filter over and spill in brachot just for Israel itself naturally, not just for the Jewish people all over the world, but for all the nations of the world. We're going to see a prosperous time, a golden generation, a generation where we can, Bezrat Hashem, see Moshiach come very soon. And guys, I want to wish you all an awesome day, and I hope this Abraham Accords is going to continue, be prosperous, and this will actually, the normalization of relations with Israel and Sudan will hopefully take place. Have a great day, guys. Bye.